There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You can be a bear in the world and you can make it.
Being on the far side, being quite detached. If it's because in New Zealand, one of our disadvantages, yes, it's a beautiful country, but to get anywhere else outside of New Zealand, we actually have to get on board a plane. My full legal name is Yuli. My family name is Chooi, but I'm more well known as Don, which is an anglicized version of my name. It's the effect of attending a Methodist school for kindergarten and being told by the nuns, "Oh no, we need you. We need an English name for you."
Yes. Uh, um, Tell me about your coming out.
I have to admit that there's two sides to my identity of my story. One part is I actually haven't come out. I'm in my 50s and I'm still in the closet with my biological family who are still in Malaysia. When parents keeps asking when are we expecting a grandchild out of me, I've got my minions who will make cover stories for me. But now that I'm 50, my family's starting to thin out. So it's just yeah, because when I grew up, there was no homosexuality. The concept of homosexuality is so taboo,
Yeah.
even at a family level. What interested was just accessibility to the to what was in their pants. But it was only after I came to New Zealand, and I'm telling you, every time I get into behind a wheel and I'm driving, I've got to be very careful because I'll be like going, "Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's." There was a lot of distraction happening about the journey of me coming out as a bear. Is it's a quite a lengthy journey, I think. I think it was because of my sexuality that I was very eager to get out of Malaysia. And everything that occurred, every opportunity that opened up, it was so exciting. Everything was so colorful. Don't need to hide who I was at any point. Imagine if you were holding an axe and wearing the plaid shirt and go logging. I'm going, that's a really odd comparison, but but I can see where they were coming from. And as long as I could hide behind the avatar or the hide behind the computer screen, I pursued my bear identity through digital means. It wasn't physical means. For the past decade, the bear world over on this side of the world is expanding. The terminology is now describing a whole spectrum of people, which
Mhm.
you gotta be. All about fun. We're all about openness. Let's just have sex. And I think we carry that with us till today, that I'm only interested in talking to you because you provide sexual value. I now stand firm, not to say I'm blowing my own horn here, but I'm standing firm on the fact that being a bear is not just, and I'm so sorry to state this. My apologies if I piss anybody off. But bear as a term of an identity is no longer confined to Northern America. I have a strained relationship with my art. I wanted to explore watercolors. I want to explore oils. You know? And now suddenly I'm drawing penises and I'm drawing butts, and sexual acts. If you Google my name, the first page is splashing out with penises and butts. I think it's no longer escapism. I think it's much more of a celebratory take on bears. And I do really enjoy engaging with people. When we have all these bear runs, because currently we have a annual bear run called Bear New Zealand Week. And it's a week's worth of activities that only the Southern Hemisphere can throw, a party can throw. She'll be all right is a blanket term to say, don't worry, it will sort itself out in time. So it's also plays on the what we call a number eight wire mentality.
Oh, here is the big question. And of
Oh,
course, there is no right answer, at least not so far. In your opinion, what is a bear?
it doesn't matter if you are what a twink. It doesn't matter if you're a muscle Mary. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're all human. Treat each other with kindness and compassion. And I think it says a lot when the bears get together. When we have our old way of dealing with social interaction. My experience in going to bear runs or bear events is still hindered by the fact that I'm of a different skin color or I'm of a different weight. You want to belong. You want to align yourself with people who shares your values or who shares your outlooks, who not just as friends but as peers.
Mhm. Yeah.
It is less his
I
world. We just live in it.
so what people would do from organizations, bear organizations would try to reciprocate. Says, hey, thanks for contributing. Yeah, we want to show our gratitude. And they'll send me literature by post. Can I show you the stuff that I got?
Please.
I didn't think that studying bears as a community, as a social anthropology side of things, even as the arts, it wouldn't be possible. Having a bear identity allows us greater empathy, and it should, and it must. The bear terminology, the terminology that surrounds our bear kingdom, is still, the lexicon is still expanding. So, who are we to say, no, it can't work that way, or it shouldn't include these peoples? I say, stuff it. No, it's a it's an universal term. It covers everybody. There's a lot of movement in post-colonial mindsets, in developing a post-colonial world. There's a lot of conversations and movement in detaching said regulations or within the academic world itself. And this treaty is the founding document of our nation. If I was to akin this to the kitchen, all of our peoples are still in their the cayenne pepper is still there. The garlic is still
Yeah.
here. We haven't mixed it just or haven't experimented with new recipes. So we're still in our little own groups, I think. But going through the decolonization mindset needs to happen faster, but it needs to be more rigorous, I think. I am what they call a banana. I am too white for my Asian peers,
Yeah.
but I'm still too Asian from my Caucasian peers. So where do I sit? We are chameleons moving into as an immigrant, trying our best to fit in. We are chameleons. We mimic things. And I caught myself the other day.
I think I
Is this
think you're an
truly
authentic
me?
bear.
Yeah.
Am I an authentic bear?
Mm. Yeah.
Who is it that who did you heartthrob over?
Yes.
Leo Burmester. He's the character called
Oh,
Catfish.
really?
Richard Carnes.
Yes, an honorary bear. Somebody who is
Yes.
he's happy to have the bear, the gay bear community chasing after his tail.
See, this is why I cannot have my family have internet. I'm envious for the younger generation who feels that they are safe and comfortable enough to come out to their families. The legacy that I leave. No, Mum, you're not gonna get any grandkids from me. Instead, here's some pictures.
Yeah. It's like having kids.
It's
Yes.
like having.
These are my children, Mom.